What it do, YouTube? It's your boy there, man. We back in the trap cooking up another banger of knowledge. Look, we have this book called Out This World by Neville Goddard, if I'm saying his name right. If you have not caught up with me, I am on chapter 3. If you want to catch up, I got chapter 1 up, chapter 2 up. This is chapter 3, Power of the Imagination. Make sure you got your notebook, you got a pen, and really take a heed of this because it might help you, man. You might be lost out this. So grab your notebook and a pen, man. Like notebook, I got 2 of them because I've been working. So, you know, do I got a pen? Do y'all got y'all pen? Hold on. I'll start this bit. I got my pen. Hold on. Well, this move right. That move okay. I thought I just had a pen. I think I got a pencil. Pen in my lap. Alright, let's get started, y'all. Power of the imagination.
3. Power of imagination. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Right.
John chapter 8, verse 32. Men claim that a true judgment must conform to the external reality to which it relates. This means that if I, while imprisoned, suggest to myself that I am free and succeed in believing that I am free, it is true that I believe in my freedom, but it does not follow that I am free, for I may be the victim of illusion. But because of my own experiences, I have come to believe in so many strange things that I see little reason to doubt the truth of things that are beyond my experience. The ancient teachers warned us not to judge from appearances because, said they, the truth need not conform to the external reality to which it relates.
Ooh, y'all heard it? It said the ancient teachers warned us not to judge from appearance. Appearance, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, you feel me? The ancient teachers warned us not to judge from appearances, because said the truth need not to conform to the reality to which it relates to. Extent. I mean, y'all know I'm learning how to talk and shit. Y'all know I be stuttering and shit. Yeah, I know, yeah.
And succeed in believing that I am free. It is true that I believe in my freedom, but it does not follow that I am free, for I may be the victim of illusion. But because of my own experiences, I have come to believe in so many strange things that I see little reason to doubt the truth of things that are beyond my experience. The ancient teachers warned us not to judge from appearances because, said they, the truth need not conform to the external reality to which it relates. They claimed that we bore false witness if we imagined evil against another, that no matter how real our belief appears to be, how truly it conforms to the external reality to which it relates, if it does not make free the one of whom we hold the belief, it is untrue, and therefore a false judgment. We are called upon to deny the evidence of our senses and to imagine as true of our neighbor that which makes him free. Okay. That's another one. Did y'all write that down? We are called upon to deny the evidence of our senses and imagine as true of our neighbor that which makes him free. So that's the invisible thing. That's your goals and dreams, and your senses don't fuck it up. You dreaming about $1 million, but you only got -20 in your account. So you can't believe it because you only got -20 in your account. You think you're gonna touch some money, man? I'm never gonna touch that money. I only got $20 on my name. Because your senses. Can't believe your 5 senses all the time. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. To know the truth of our neighbor, we must assume that he is already that which he desires to be. Any concept we hold of...
Did we write that down? We're gonna write that down. I like that. We are called upon to deny the evidence of our senses to imagine as true of our neighbor that which makes him free. Y'all shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. To know the truth of our neighbor, we must assume that he already that which he desires to be. Write that down. I feel like that's correct. I think that's cool. To know the truth of our neighbor, neighbor spelled weird. Y'all ever look at it but like, how's that neighbor? We must assume that he is already what he desired to be. So support y'all homies, bro. That nigga say he's gonna be going to the league. Assume what he's supposed to be. To know the truth of our neighbor, we must assume that he is already what he desires to be.
Another that is short of his fulfilled desire will not make him free, and therefore cannot be the truth.
Hold on. Any concept we hold of another that is short of his fulfilled desire will not make him free, and therefore cannot be the truth.
Learning my craft in schools where attending courses and seminars is considered a substitute for self-acquired knowledge, my schooling was devoted almost exclusively to the power of imagination. I sat for hours imagining myself to be other than that which my reason and my senses dictated, until the imagined states were vivid as reality. So vivid that passerby became but a part of my imagination and acted as I would have them. By the power of imagination, my fantasy led theirs and dictated to them their behavior and the discourse they held together while I was identified with my imagined state. Man's imagination is the man himself, and the world as imagination sees it is the real world.
Hold on. Man imagination is the man himself, and the world is as imagination sees it as the real world. Let me let them eat, because it said, but it is our duty to imagine all that is lovely and good report. The Lord seeth not as a man seeth, for a man look upon the outward appearance, but the Lord looked upon the heart, as a man thinketh of his heart. So easy. I might have sound ain't wrong. Ooh. You can't lie and say that's nasty. Ain't nasty work. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Don't lose it. Let's see if we can find it.
Fantasy led theirs and dictated to them their behavior and the discourse they held to.
No, we did. Hold on. Rewind it back a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. That's crazy. Man imagination is the man himself. Did I write that down? I'm ahead of y'all. I got notes y'all a little bit. Yeah, man imagination is the man himself. That's the world. The world as imagination. Let me see if I wrote that right. Man imagination is the man himself. And the world imagination sees it. It's the real world. But it is our duty to imagine all that is lovely and good and of good report. The Lord said, if a man not looketh upon the outward appearance, but the Lord looked upon the heart, as a man thinketh the heart, so is he. So whatever you think in life, man, is really gonna happen, bro. So we gotta be conscious of what we saying to ourselves and what we doing to ourselves. We don't know. That's what I'm learning too. And imagination, I always had imagination, bro. So that's good. I gotta work on that. A lot of people imagination is very low. Like, if you had a best friend, your ass supposed to be rich. If you was talking to little Timmy in the room, I ain't gonna laugh. This is crazy. Your imagination can change your life. It's your reality. and your reality is your conscience. This shit wicked, bro.
Until the imagined states were vivid as reality.
There we go.
So vivid that passerby became but a part of my imagination and acted as I would have them. By the power of imagination, my fantasy led theirs and dictated to them their behavior and the discourse they held together while I was identified with my imagined state. Man's imagination is the man himself, and the world as imagination sees it is the real world. But it is our duty to imagine all that is lovely and of good report.
Facts.
The Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh upon the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh upon the heart. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In meditation, when the brain grows luminous, I find my imagination endowed with the magnetic power to attract to me whatsoever I desire.
We ain't funny, just let them shit past that. In meditation state, my brain grows. So I find my imagination endowed with the magnetic power to attract to me whatever I desire. So when he in meditation state, he controlling his dream. I'm at the stage where I can't control. I'm trying to learn how to control them bitches. I know I be having the scary dreams of falling down the steps. Not no more, but them the only dreams being in a horror movie. Never the good shit. I gotta learn how to control this bitch. Once I control that bitch in the lab, it's over with. That bad coming. Just imagine greatness.
Looketh upon the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh upon the heart. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In meditation, when the brain grows luminous, I find my imagination endowed with the magnetic power to attract to me whatsoever I desire.
It's crazy.
Desire is the power imagination uses to fashion life about me as I fashion it within myself. I first desire to see a certain person or scene, and then I look as though I were seeing that which I want to see, and the imagined state becomes objectively real. I desire to hear, and then I listen as though I were hearing, and the imagined voice speaks that which I dictate, as though it had initiated the message. I could give you many examples to prove my arguments, to prove that these imagined states do become physical realities, but I know that my examples will awaken in all who have not met the like, or who are not inclined towards my arguments, a most natural incredulity.
Facts. Because somebody listening to it right now, what you mean? They're like, okay, in a dream, say you were doing this and listening and talking, like, what that's gonna solve? That's your consciousness. He finna change your way of thinking. That's what he's finna do. So when he said, when his brain grows numerous, what that mean is what they call it. We've been studying. I probably forgot. I ain't been studying a lot. That moment before you go to sleep, but you not sleep. So akin. And the state akin to sleep. So when you dozing off, you getting told you ate. That's when your thoughts in your brain is not really active. Like, you can't meditate on a busy mind. So when you meditate akin to sleep, like you finna lay down, like you getting tired, that's when you able to, like, you sit and you try to control all them thoughts. They slow down a little bit because you about to doze off. And that state, that's where you work. That's when I'm learning the magic at. That's when you supposed to work before you go to bed. Not watch TV, not stroll on TikTok. Not send horny messages to your girl or think about the light bill. That's what I said. Don't be mad when you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep and wind down, you supposed to be programming this bitch. What do I desire? The amount of money that I want. That's supposed to be programming in your brain. So when you fall asleep, that's what you thinking about. So when you thinking about that bitch, that's when that dream kick in. When that dream kick in, that's when you supposed to be working. Like, nigga, you the CEO at the motherfucking office. You got the Porsche outside. You got the 5 wives. Or you the girl at home with $1 million business, her salon. That's when you work that bitch. Not arguing with your boyfriend. Not she don't like me. Not all that drama before you go to bed. You watching Housewives and GTA. None of that. TV off. Drowsy. All the kids put to sleep. Your family phone off. Boop. Alarm on. Make sure your alarm on. I didn't oversleep some shit trying to meditate with the headphones on. Sorry. Back to the video. When you getting tired, program yourself. That's your work time. That's when they say meditate. Not meditate when you up early. You can meditate how you don't. But the way to program your brain, that's what I'm learning. How you know? You just talking. I'm learning just like you, nigga. I'm taking notes just like you. And every book that now they say before you go to sleep, you finna toss off. You finna take that power nap. You need to be programming. What's your vision? What's your goal? What's your dreams? That you need to be sitting down, and that's what you need to be thinking. That's what you need to be thinking. And programming yourself to what you want to be. I'm gonna give y'all a little scenario of mine. My goal is to be a successful YouTuber. What that means YouTube pay me a nice amount of money to sit at their crib. And financial freedom. So every day I sit down and I meditate. This channel going crack. Numbers might look low right now. But I see all the greats. Not meditate, not shit. I'm like, nigga, I can do this too because I am him. So back to the video. You meditate on what you want. You want that new job, that new course, you sit down and you dream yourself in that position. You driving a car. You do it so much that you can feel that car. You can feel the engine. It's like a wet dream. You feel it. Ooh, I swear to God, nigga. I was lost. Now I'm a fountain. Now I look down the road. Did I make this exit left or right? I made it right, and I can see the city lights now, bro. I'm headed that way. Nigga, until you can feel yourself in that new position, you ain't working. Keep working. I feel the same way. I sit down here for 20 minutes in the dark. I feel stupid. But if you don't do it every day, it's not gonna work. You do it every day. Now I got a pillow on the floor. You think I'm capping it? Come on. So until you can feel yourself behind the wheel of that car, you driving it like you feel your dream. You feel your dream. Okay, you felt it like you was falling down those steps. I ain't the only nigga that felt that. You felt that dream, right? Okay, so take that bad dream and try to make it your good dream. And with that good dream, you gonna dream of yourself and what you want to be in that position, nigga. So when you fall asleep, that's what's on your mind. And as a man thinketh, that's what he becomes. You had a dream you a motherfucker boss touching millions of goddamn dollars. What you gonna feel like? What you gonna what you gonna attract, nigga? If you feel that way. If you feel like you broke, you never gonna have no motherfucking money, what you think gonna happen toward it? What you think gravitating towards you? But if you think that money coming, nigga, like, oh yeah, I know that money coming. That's what you attract into your life. Back to the video. I'm sorry.
I could give you many examples to prove my arguments, to prove that these imagined states do become physical realities. But I know that my examples will awaken in all who have not met the like, or who are not inclined towards my arguments, a most natural incredulity. Nevertheless, experience has convinced me of the truth of the statement, "He calleth those things which be not as though they were." Romans chapter 4, verse 17.
Stop playing.
For I have, in intense meditation, called things that were not seen as though they were, and the unseen not.
We gotta take it back. When he said, he called those things which be not as though they were. I want to take it back to that Bible verse. I really want to dig on that.
Nevertheless, experience has convinced me of the truth of the statement, "He calleth those things which be not as though they were."
Ooh. He called those things which be not. Like, not meant is not there. It's like, it sounds loony. Like, you don't have that million. Then it hits you with the he caught those things which not as those were. But ooh, I'ma let him eat. You gotta think this shit, bro.
Romans chapter 4, verse 17. For I have, in intense meditation, called things that were not seen as though they were, and the unseen not only became seen, but eventually became physical realities. By this method, first desiring and then imagining that we are experiencing that which we desire to experience, we can mold the future in harmony with our desire. But let us follow the advice of the prophet and think only the lovely and the good. For the imagination waits on us as indifferently and as swiftly when our nature is evil as when it is good. From us spring forth good and evil. I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
The advice of the prophet, and think only the lovely and the good, for the imagination waits on us indifferently and as swiftly when our nature is evil as when it is good. From us spring forth good and evil. I have set before 3 days this day life and good, and death and evil. Deuteronomy. The advice of the prophet, and think only lovely and the good, for the imagination waits on us indefinitely and swiftly when our nature is good and when it is evil. From us spring forth good and evil. I have said before 3 days life and good, and death. I want y'all to just take that in, man. We're gonna see what y'all think that mean, bro. Only think lovely and good, for the imagination waits on us indefinitely, as swiftly when nature as in good and evil, will spring forth good and evil. I take from it, just think positive. I say think it positive. I don't own life, man, but it's also way good with the bad. So yeah, no.
15. Desire and imagination are the enchanter's wand of fable, and they draw to themselves their own affinities. They break forth best when the mind is in a state akin to sleep. I have written with some care and detail the method I use to enter the dimensionally larger world, but I shall give one more formula for opening the door of the larger world.
Ooh.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
You can't tell me that ain't nasty, nigga. Ooh, you ain't never heard no OG say that to you. I ain't never heard no preacher say that to me. Let me stop playing like I go to church. Yeah, I'm not signing up to go nowhere at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning but the crib. If I ain't out getting no money, no shirt. He open his ears. You gotta do y'all homework, bro. If you don't know about yourself and you trying to figure it out, you gotta take some heed to stuff, you know? Take it with a grain of salt, see if it worked for you. You know, we're gonna take everything at heed. We ain't just gonna go off of what another man say. Do your research, see what worked for you. You know, got instructions. So basically, when you go to sleep, man, open them ears. Open them ears, bro. Listen, child. You know, chapter 34. That, I ain't gonna lie, that is fire. Verse 15. Verse 15. Oh, my bad, I'm hitting the microphone. Move. That's fire. You can't say there ain't no drool. That's a bomb.
More formula for opening the door
That's
of the
bomb.
larger world. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed.
And nigga, that's to open the door. Hey, we gotta write that down. Make sure open the door. Open the door to the Lord's world. Yeah, I think I'm taking my notes. I'm typing the guy. Forget this as soon as the video off. Shit, I want to open the door. Open the ears of man and see if there are instructions.
The method I use to enter the dimensionally larger world, but I shall give one more formula for opening the door of the larger world.
Jeez.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. Job chapter 33, verses 15 and 16.
Okay.
In dream we are...
Why they just say seal? Seal the fuck? I'm a ghetto kid. You think I was taking vocabulary serious in school? I was trying to get some money. He opened the ears of the man and sealed their instructions. Why niggas gotta sound like Beethoven for? That's why nobody know this shit. Yeah, it mean this. No, it don't. It means something completely different. Open the ears of man and he'll seal their instructions in their head, bro. Just could have said that shit.
Usually the servant of our vision rather than its master. But the internal fantasy of dream can be turned into an external reality.
You see what it... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yapping. In dream, we are usually the servant. We don't want having the bad dreams. But we have to be the master of our dreams. Whew, that's crazy.
In dream, as in meditation, we slip from this world into a dimensionally larger world.
Okay.
And I know that the forms in dream are not flat two-dimensional images which modern psychologists believe them to be. They are substantial realities of the dimensionally larger world, and I can lay hold of them. I have discovered that if I surprise myself dreaming, I can lay hold of any inanimate or stationary form of the dream, a chair, a table, a stairway, a tree, and command myself to awake. At the command to awake, while firmly holding on to the object of the dream,
fuck no! Hell no, hold on. What you mean, damn it? Hold on. I can lay hold of basically an object or a stationary form of a dream, like a chair, there a tree, and command myself to awake. Like a wake up. Okay. While firmly holding the object of the dream, I had pulled through myself with the distant feeling of awakening from a dream. What the hell are you doing? Let's take notes. So basically, say you in a dream right now, you can feel like, it say this basketball, nigga. I can feel this bitch. Like I'm carrying the basketball in my dream. Then all of a sudden, I wake up, and I still feel that bitch in my hands. Sheesh. Hold on, I think I got a sheesh button. Hold on.
sealeth their instruction. Job chapter 33, verses 15 and 16. In dream we are usually the servant of our vision, rather than its master. But the internal fantasy of dream can be turned into an external reality. In dream, as in meditation, we slip from this world into a dimensionally larger world. And I know that the forms in dream are not flat, two-dimensional images which modern psychologists believe them to be. They are substantial realities of the dimensionally larger world, and I can lay hold of them. I have discovered that if I surprise myself dreaming, I can lay hold of any inanimate or stationary form of the dream, a chair, a table, a stairway, a tree, and command myself to awake. At the command to awake, while firmly holding on to the object of the dream, I am pulled through myself with the distinct feeling of awakening from dream. I awaken in another...
Yeah, this out this world. Okay, this chapter 2. So I had some chapter 3. This chapter 4. Oh yeah, I'm ahead of y'all. Yep.
...other sphere holding the object of my dream, to find that I am no longer the servant of my vision, but its master. For I am fully conscious and in control of the movements of my attention. It is in this fully conscious state, when we are in control of the direction of thought, that we call things that are not seen as though they were. In this state, we call things by wishing and assuming the feeling of our wish fulfilled. Unlike the world of 3 dimensions, where there is an interval between our assumption and its fulfillment, in the dimensionally larger world, there is an immediate realization of our assumption. The external reality instantly mirrors our assumption. Here there is no need to wait 4 months till harvest.
Okay.
We look again as though we saw, and lo and behold, the fields are already white to harvest. In this dimensionally larger world, ye shall not need to fight. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of the Lord with you. Second.
Hey, crazy how they just be throwing Bible verses on these videos. In this dimensional larger world, he shall not need to fight. You feel me? Set yourself still, and you should see the salvation of the Lord with you. So basically, I'm thinking, when you sit there and meditate, bro, there's no need to fight, right? You struggling, bickering, you head going crazy, you debating on life, you going insane, you going loco, right? Stand still. Chill, meditate, right? You get in your mind, your niggas that count down 10, 9, 8, no disrespect. When you doing all that, cooling down, or you freaking out, you go out, take a cigarette. You feel me? That be still. They be talking that Beethoven shit, so I'm trying to break it down. No need to struggle or fight and be all up in your head, right? Stand still and see salvation. You know, see your goal, your dream, what's your purpose, your aim. You see that. You know the Lord is with you. And not the Lord that you think is this book gonna tell you, nigga. The you. Hold on.
2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 17.
I already wrote that.
And because that greater world is slowly passing through our 3-dimensional world, we can, by the power of imagination, mold our world in harmony with our desire. Look as though you saw. Listen as though you heard. Stretch forth your imaginary hand as though you touched, and your assumptions will harden into facts.
Look as though you saw it, like you see it. Listen as though you heard it. Stretch for your imaginary hand as though you touched it. What you assume, it will harden in facts. So when you get that belief in what your dream is or your goal is, you know you finna get that new charger you've been waiting for. I can't wait. Like, when you get to feel that, bro, you can feel you can drive it, you can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it. They say the new job, you can see it, you can feel yourself in that office. When you feel that, you know, that's when the assumption, that's when you assume it, that's when it's gonna happen. Cause you assume it's gonna happen. Oh man, I already know I'm finna get in that new charger, bro. I already feel me. You already doing shit. You done bought the headlights for the whip. You know it's coming. So that's when it's gonna come. We can take it to a female shit. I don't know. Say ain't no female. It's say for a nigga. You know, you been aiming for that crib. You already know, man. You looking at this shit. You already looking for new decoration rooms and shit. You already putting the crib together. You looking at furniture prices and all that because you know it. So when you assume it, that's what's gonna happen. But niggas just date night and shit, you know? You say, I know she finna get me about night, nigga. I'm looking good. I got the fresh fit on, nigga. I'm finna talk my. And you assume that she finna give you that motherfucker. And she do. You're already bringing the energy. Stop playing. Back to the video. You gotta assume this shit gonna happen, nigga. Come on, I gotta feel that YouTube plaque in my hand, so I gotta sit down and meditate. So back with the videos.
2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 17. And because that greater world is slowly passing through our three-dimensional world, we can, by the power of imagination, mold our world in harmony with our desire.
Yeah, right there.
Look as though you saw. Listen as though you heard. Stretch forth your imaginary hand as though you touched. And your assumptions will harden into facts.
That's fire, bro.
To those who believe that a true judgment must conform to the external reality to which it relates, this will be foolishness. And
I didn't write that? No, I did. Yea, so now we need to fight to set themselves still and see the salvation of the Lord with Chronicles. Yep, I did write that. But I didn't write the, like a look as though you saw, listen as though you heard it, stretch your imaginary and touching your assumptions will harden in fact. And we can rewrite that to make it so I can reread it, because that shit sound like Beethoven. My bad. I'm actually working. Y'all putting in work? Y'all trying to learn something new today? Out This World, chapter 2, chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3. Nah, I don't need it right there. I can remember that. Basically, how can I say it? And if you can look, feel, touch it, and it's already gonna happen. Okay.
A stumbling block. But I preach and practice the fixing in consciousness of that which man desires to realize. Experience convinces me that fixed attitudes of mind, which do not conform to the external reality to which they relate and are therefore called imaginary, things which are not, will nevertheless bring to naught things that are.
Experience convinces me that fixed attitude of mind which do not conform to the external reality to which they relate and are therefore called imaginary, things which are not will nevertheless bring to. Why they sound like fucking Beethoven if I can't read? Experience convinces me that fixed attitudes of mind which do not conform to the external reality which that's like this world 3D to which they relate and to the external reality to which they relate and are therefore called imaginary. No, we take that back. You got to do that. I ain't understand that.
Experience convinces me that fixed attitudes of mind, which do not conform to the external reality to which they relate and are therefore called imaginary.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Experiences convince me that fixed attitudes of mind which do not conform to reality. So basically, what's your imaginary thoughts which do not conform to reality? What you think of yourself in the dream, it's not in like 3D reality, like in real world. Like it's a dream, it's imaginary. You feel me? Like like your son telling you, Daddy, look at my car, it's so big, it's a monster. He using his imaginary, you killing it, you down in it. So like that right there. So I'm trying to break this shit down. Oh, no, that was not. Take the monster out, imaginary out.
Experience convinces me that fixed attitudes of mind which do not conform to the external reality to which they relate and are therefore called imaginary, things which are not, will nevertheless bring to naught things that are. I do not wish to write a book of wonders, but rather to turn.
He lost me. I don't know. To those who believe that a true judgment must conform to the external reality to which it relates, this would be foolishness. See, he calling me a fool. and a stumbling block. Like you can't get your head around it. Like it don't make sense. So I know I wasn't tweaking. I'm like, nigga, what? He said, bruh, look as though you saw, listen as though you heard, stress towards your imaginary hand as that you can touch it, like you can feel your goal, your dream, that new car, and your assumption will harden. To those who believe that a true judgment must conform to real life, to which it relate, this will be foolishness, and a stumbling block. But I preach and practice the fiction and consciousness, which a man desire to realize. Experience convinces me that fixed attitude of mind, fix your mind, which do not conform to the external reality to which they relate, and therefore called imaginary, which are not, but nevertheless bring doubt. So basically, if you don't believe that imaginary, you never gonna have it. So that's what I'm trying to break down. Cause it say if you can't put your head around it, you're gonna be foolishness. You're gonna think it's foolishness, and it's a stumbling block. But I preach and practice that fixing your conscious mind, which that a man desire, whatever you desire in life, that the experiences are real. Because you don't see them in real life, so your five senses fucking up. Therefore, called imaginary things which are not, will nevertheless bring not doubt. Why the hell they couldn't talk English back then?
And are therefore called imaginary, things which are not, will nevertheless bring to naught things that are.
Like, what the f is a not? This say not. Hey, what the not? You got me not on here. Back to the. I'm sorry.
I do not wish to write a book of wonders, but rather to turn man's mind back to the one and only reality that the ancient teachers worshipped as God. All that was said of God was in reality said of man's consciousness. So we may say that according as it.
That's gonna shake a lot of y'all head up right now. That's why it's called foolishness, right? The ancient teachers was worshipped as God. All that was said of God was in reality said of a man conscious. So what reality is, what everybody reality right now, is what we think. Like we program our life to be what it is right now. Yeah. Damn, I thought myself in a shit. Yeah. You just said the same thing. Yeah, your life great. Well, you've been on your journey then. We need to rewrite our brain. We control our destiny. We have the remote. We have the Adam Sandler click in life. What you believe in. Oh, this is so nasty.
It is written.
Did I write that? God was in reality set of man conscious. Power of imagination. I got like five chapter 3 power of imaginations. I ain't gonna lie. This got a lot of bulletproofs. Bullet points. I said bulletproofs. God was in reality. That's crazy, y'all. Shit. Of man's conscious. Conscious. So we may say
he that glorieth, let him glory in his own consciousness.
He that glorieth, let me glory in his own consciousness. That sounded weird. According as it is written, he that glorieth, I can't even say it. Let him glory in his own consciousness. Let him have glory in his own mind.
No man needs help to direct him in the application of this law of consciousness. I am is the self-definition of the absolute, the root out of which everything grows. I am the vine. What is your answer to the eternal question, who am I? Your answer determines the part you play in the world's drama.
Right.
Your answer, that is, your concept of self, need not conform to the external reality to which it relates.
So don't look at your life like what you look at it right now in this 3D world.
This great truth is revealed in the statement, let the weak say, I am strong. Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Look back over the good resolutions with which many past New Years are encumbered. They lived a little while and then they died. Why? Because they were severed from their root. Assume that you are that which you want to be.
Hey, Tracy. I don't think shit, that's chapter 4. We gotta make another chapter 3? We're just gonna make it a bulletproof, but I got this from chapter 3. Power of imagination. If I can use this as a reference. Power of imagination. Chapter 3, page 39. That's crazy, bro. Assume that you are at which you want to be. So, nigga, I want to be that popping YouTuber. Nigga, I gotta be that way. I gotta feel that way. You gotta be that, bro. Be what you want to be. You want to touch that money, that's what you gotta be. You gotta assume it. Don't doubt it. Assume that you are that you wish to be.
Experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh. Were you already that which you want to be?
Another bulletproof for me. Experience and imagination. What? I know I ain't lost track. But you would experience in the flesh. Facts. Experience in the flesh. Oh yeah, I'm on timer too. Flesh. Where you already there with you. Baby, why you hit? I'm gonna have to turn it down a little. Blank. Where you already experience or mention what you will experience in the flesh. Where you are. Why would you throw that with already that which you wish to? Maybe my grammar messed up, but God, they made that too hard. I would have said experience in the imagination that you would experience what you would imagine. Basically, dream of what you would. What the fuck? Turn this down to me. Dream of what you. Okay. Be present in imagination like you be a presence in the flesh that you already are what you want to be. So your present stage and your imagination, what you think of yourself in your dream and your imagination, however you control it, once you be the master of your dream. So wherever you are in the master of your dream, they say you the goddamn evil villain dictator boss. Everybody see you. If you dream that and you believe that, that's what you will experience in the flesh. Did that terminology match? No. Basically, experience in imagination what you would experience in the flesh. You know, whatever you would do in the flesh, do and feel that way where you already want to be. Why would they say in the flesh where you already that which you want to be? Like that. I'm sorry. They just be trying to confuse me.
Remain faithful to your assumption so that you define yourself as that which you have assumed. Things have no life if they are severed from their roots, and our consciousness, our I amness.
Remain faithful to your assumptions so that you define yourself as that which you want to be. Things have no life if they are served from their roots. And our conscious, our I am, is the root of all the springs of this world. 2 things that have no life if they are served from their roots. Hold on. Remain faithful to the assumptions so that you define yourself as which you. Oh, that's nasty. But the way they. Okay. Remain faithful. That's fire. Remain faithful. Remain faithful. Remain faithful to what you assume of your dream of yourself. To what you assume so that it defines you. I gotta write in it so I can understand it. Remain faithful to what you assume, so you define yourself. I put faith. Remain faithful to what you do. Remain faithful to what you assume of yourself, so that it defines you. I gotta write this shit right. I'm writing it goddamn weird. Remain faithful to what you assumed of yourself in that dream. And so it defines you. I also I'm gonna put it. Remain faithful to the assumptions that you define yourself as that which you have to assume. Define faithful to the assumptions of yourself at which. I'm sorry, yeah, I gotta write it for me. Remain faithful to your assumptions so that you define yourself. So it defines you as that which defines you. What the Remain faithful to the assumptions so that that define you as that which you have assumed. Things have no life. It just sounds weird. That remain faithful to what you assume of yourself so that it defines you. It makes you a new character, right? Things have no life if they are served from the roots. And our conscious I am is the root. Ooh, that's so nasty, bro. I'm sorry, I'm holding y'all up. I gotta understand it for me. Things have no life. It's just gems, bro. Have no life. If they are served from their roots. And conscious I am This is the root of this world. All that springs in our world. So basically, remain faithful to what you assume to yourself in that dream, right? The things that have no life are served from the roots. And our conscious, which is our amness, like our personality, is the root of all our springs that happen in our world. That mother say wolf. No wonder I'd be confused.
Is the root of all that springs in our world. If ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins.
If you don't believe that what you are in your dream, you're going to die in your sins. And your sins is your reality, what you think of yourself right now. You don't think you're going to be touching 6 figures a month. You dying in your sins. You don't believe. You're not succeeding because you don't believe. That's procrastination. You're what else? I don't know. You killing yourself. You got to believe in anything that you do. I don't think I'm going to be big. I don't think my clothing brand is going to do good. You got to believe. This shit going to smack, man, when I drop, bro. They going to mess with this. Everybody going to buy this. You got to assume. Nobody's going to buy this. Nobody's going to like this. Of course nobody's going to like it. You don't believe that it's going to sell. You don't believe. You don't believe if you go up there and talk to Shorty, she too fine, she not going to give you the number. She might would have gave you the number if you talk to her. If you don't believe, you're going to die in your sins. Oh, that's fire.
John chapter 8, verse 24. That is, if I do not believe that I am already that which I desire to be,
up $10.
then I remain as I am and die in my present concept of self. There is no power outside of the consciousness of man to resurrect and make alive that which man desires to experience. That man who is accustomed to call up at will whatever image he pleases will be, by virtue of the power of his imagination, master of his fate.
I'm sorry, I ain't distracted. Hey, I've been trying to learn how to do stocks and shit, trade, option trade, and string trade. I was trying to see if I can get that at. This stock was like $10. It just hit the 13. I could have made some money. We learning.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
I do not believe that I already that which I desire to be, that I remain as I am, and die my present concept of myself. If I do not believe that I am already which I desire to be, which I dream, my goals, if I do not think that is going to happen, I will die in the present concept of myself. So if I don't think I'm going to get this house and I'm going to stay in this apartment, that's where I'm going to be at for the rest of my life. You have to dream and you have to believe. And that's why, they say the journey is lonely. Because everything to everybody sound like, I believe you. Like that one dude be like, yeah, I'm going to get this core. And it been hellas and you doubting him. Like, no, you know. Like, no, bro, you gotta believe, bro. So you gotta take out the critics, the people who think hawking down on you, bro. You gotta keep going. You gotta do it for you. You gotta believe. If you don't believe, it's not gonna happen. Not because somebody else don't believe. Hey, you think if I make this idea, I'll make money? And somebody tell you, nah, I think that idea is stupid. That idea could have went on short taste. You could have made some money, but you let somebody block you. You know, you gotta believe this shit like you loony, nigga.
John chapter 11, verse 25. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's fire.
Chapter 4.
That's fire, man. So look, that's chapter 3. Sorry if I taught you ahead of. I be learning like y'all be learning. And for me to learn this, I gotta break it down for me because I'm on a learning journey too. But what's the bulletproof? I keep saying bulletproof. What are the notes that y'all took for chapter 3 that y'all gonna take in hand? I'm gonna tell y'all a couple of mine. I got so many chapter 3s, it's insane. When I was flipping the page to let y'all know I've been working. I've been working. So I'm gonna break down what I learned in chapter 3. Nope. Chapter 1, chapter 2. That's a whole different book. Power of imagination. Okay. Deny the evidence of our senses, which you like to say you got a dream. You dream to some money, but you only got like $20 in your name. So like your senses would be like, nigga, you never touch no money. So deny them senses, go loony. Y'all should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. So you know what you know about yourself in that dream and how you feel about yourself. You know you're a boss. You know you're gonna be that. So keep that. So basically, you know the truth. Don't nobody else gotta know what you are. Oh man, you know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna blow up. Don't nobody else gotta know it. Only you to know it, right? Man imagination is the man himself. In the world, as imagination, see it as the real world. So whatever you think of yourself is basically what your world is. That's what it represents. So however you live in now is what you think of yourself. As a wicked. That's what got me. I'm like, yeah, I believe living way better than this because I actually got some confidence. But you know, we need to work on our imagination. Man imagination is the man himself, and the world is imagination. So see it as real world, but it is our duty to imagine all that is lovely. So you will be thinking peace and lovely. You should be thinking good about your life, not horrible. You know, that's when they say don't go to mad sleep and, you know, oh fuck, lights off, no food, you broke. You think negative before you go to sleep. Think positive before you go to sleep, you know. As a man think of in his heart, so easy. So, you know, whatever you thinking, what's on your heart, that's what's heavy, your desires, that's what you're gonna be. The real world, it mirrors our assumptions. So whatever we think of ourselves, that's what the real world represent of ourselves. So that's what we think. Then it said to fight that, yea, self, not fight. I like when I put that yea. Yea, so not fight. Set yourself, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord with you. So basically, you panicking, you going through it. There's a lot of stuff going on. So take time to chill, gather your thoughts, you know, focus on what you want in life, and that's what you're going to attract. So see the salvation of the Lord. See the good. You're looking at all the bad right now, okay? Just take it back. You don't like this predicament. Okay, how can I make this predicament better? My car fucked up. Let me envision a new car. How I feel to be in some new shit. You broke, you ain't got no money. Okay, I'm tired of, nigga, I keep going on nothing. Let me think how it's gonna feel when I get some money. Yeah. Feel that, okay? And see the salvation of the Lord, and let the weak say, I am strong. You know, you calling yourself weak, tell yourself that you strong. Boost yourself up, nigga. Give yourself the pat on the back. You know, if you don't believe that you are, hold on, let me say how they say it. If yea not believe that I am him, you said die in their sins. So if you don't believe in yourself, you're gonna die in your sins, bro. If you think you never gonna blow up, you just gonna die in your sins. And your sins is your life. When niggas be thinking hell, that's your hell. Think heavily. Hey, what y'all think of, but lie on that. We on chapter 3. We'll go later. Just know you got a lot of control on that sea. You can drive that boat sometimes, you know. I know you giving it to such and such, but you gotta ride these waters. You the captain, bro. Ain't no imaginary captain, mind you. Get real. Then it say, if you don't believe that I am already what I desire to be, you remain as I am and die in the conscience of man, and that is yourself. The man who is accustomed to call up at whatever he imagines he pleases will by virtue of the poverty. Ooh, I'm going off to the power of imagination. He is the master of his fate. Break that down one more time. The man who accustomed to call up whatever he imagines, so whatever he think of, what do you think he gonna do his goals, he pleases will by virtue of the power of imagination. And with the power of imagination, you become the master of your fate. So nigga, when you go to sleep, do I got any more chapter 3-ish? So nigga, drive the boat, bro. If you think you gonna get that big promotion, nigga, have a dream about it. Dream about you getting that promotion. You walking up the clothes you wearing. What you doing that day? What perfume? Another one. God was in reality set of mad conscious. Yeah. That's my notes for chapter 3. I know I have one more. Assume that you are or what you want to be, then experience imagination what you will experience in the flesh. So what you already want to be. Remain faithful to it and assume yourself so it defines you. It becomes your new personality, your new character, your new everyday life, your tradition, your roles, right? Because things that have no life are not served from the roots. And the conscious I am, the God in us, it's all that springs our world. Y'all gonna find out what God really is, and it's gonna be wicked. Other than that, man, hit the like button, comment down below. 3, subscribe to the family. Stay tuned at chapter 4. You know we gotta stretch it. Shout out to Urban. What is this video? I think it's informational, but it's more like a book club and chill. Cause sometimes y'all reading this book, y'all probably would have tapped out because it's boring. So y'all needed me to make it fun for y'all. But I had fun with it. I learned some shit. I needed to take my notes and learn how to control my dreams. Now I just be sitting there in silence. I be trying to dream, but practice make perfect. Other than that, see y'all on the next video.